Hello, 6th standard students. How are you all? Today, we are going to continue our fourth topic, which is named as Basic Geometrical Ideas. In this session, we are going to study about the curves. Curves. You know that very well, curves. On the screen, you can see there are circles which are in different size. A curve is a continuous and smooth flowing line without any sharp turns. One way to recognize a curve is that it bends and changes its direction at least once. That means, dear students, a curve, that means not only a circle. It is a continuous smooth flowing line without any sharp turns. But we can recognize the curve because it bends and changes its direction at least once. That means it can make a little bit angle. Look this. This is one of the type of curve. Now there are two types of curves. Simple curve. Now here we will see a definition of simple curve. A simple curve is a curve that does not cross itself. You can see these two diagrams, and with the help of these two diagrams, you will be able to recognize simple curve and non-simple curve. From this diagram, we can see that, or we can understand that this is a simple curve which does not cross itself. You can see this, students, this line is not cross itself. But in this curve, this line cross itself. So this curve is known as non-simple curve. Then closed curve. Now look at here, dear student, this is a closed curve. You can see this figure is a closed and it does not have any sharp turns. Simple closed curve. A connected curve that does not cross itself and ends at the same point where it begins. Examples are circles, ellipses, and polygons. Note that despite the name curve, a simple closed curve does not actually have to curve. So dear students, it is very simple. If the given figure is closed and it does not have any sharp turns, that means it is a closed curve. Look at here. This is curve. Why I can say this is a curve? This is a simple curve because the lines is not cross each other. This is an open curve because you can see this. It is not a closed. This side is open. So an open curve is a curve where the beginning and end points are different. So look at here, this is the beginning point, and from the beginning point we draw this curve and this is the end point. So the beginning point and end point are different. Position in figure. Look at this picture. I draw here a closed curve and I show here 3 points which is inner side of the diagram, which is on the diagram, and third one is out of the diagram. So A is in the interior, C is in the exterior, and B is on the curve or in the curve. Both you can see. A is in the interior, C C is in the exterior and D is in the curve. Now what is polygons? Look at here this picture. I draw here 5 pictures. A polygon is any two-dimensional shape formed with straight line. Look, in these 5 pictures or 5 diagrams, you can see that there are the straight lines. Triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons and hexagons are all examples of polygons. That means that figure which having many sides and many angles and it should be a two-dimensional shape, then that is known as polygon. The name tells you how many sides the shape has. For example, triangle has 3 sides and quadrilateral has 4 sides. As like that, pentagon having 5 sides, hexagon having 6 sides, septagon having 7 sides. As like that, the name tells us how many sides the shape has. Sides, vertices and diagonals. In geometry, side can be defined as the line segment that joins two vertices in a shape or two-dimensional figure. That means you know that with the help of sides we can draw any shape. So side can be defined as the line segment that joins two vertices in a shape or two-dimensional figure. A vertex, in plural form vertices or vertexes. Vertex is a point where two or more curves, lines or edges meet. Okay, when two lines meet each other or two curves meet each other, that point is known as vertex. A line segment that goes from one corner to another, but it is not an edge. Okay, dear students, in quadrilateral, if we join opposite vertex with each other, that slanting line is known as diagonals, but it is not recognized as a side of quadrilateral. So when we directly join any two corners called vertices which are not already joined by an edge, we get a diagonal. Once again, we will read all the definitions of sides, vertices and diagonals. Side can be defined as the line segment that joins two vertices in a shape or two-dimensional figure. A vertex is a point where two or more curves, lines or edges meet. And a line segment that goes from one corner to another, but it is not an edge. So when we directly join any two corners or vertices which are not already joined by an edge, we get a diagonal. Now look at here in this picture. This is one of the quadrilateral which is named as ABCD. Dear students, when you will write the name of quadrilateral, you have to write the name by anticlockwise or clockwise. With the help of anticlockwise, you can see that A, D, C, B. As like that, you can write the name with anticlockwise. But if you want to write the name clockwise, you have to write quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Now, which are the 4 sides of this quadrilateral? Look at here. Side A, side B, side AB, side BC, side CD, side DA. And when you will write the sides, you have to draw a line segment above the name. 4 angles, angle A, angle B, angle C and angle D. And instead of the word angle, you have to write a symbol of angle. Dear students, it is necessary to write these symbols, and if you not write the symbols in exam, it is surety that marks will cut. And the two diagonals, look at here, these opposite vertices are joined together with a slanting dotted line, and this line is known as diagonal, but it is not considered as an edge of quadrilateral or side of quadrilateral. So how we can write the diagonal? Diagonal AC and diagonal BD. As like this, we can write the names of sides, angles and diagonals. But there is a one more question that you have to write the answer in your notebook, that which are vertices are include quadrilateral A, B, C, D. Very simple. That is point A, point B, point C and point D. Very good, students. Now we will start to solve our exercise 4.2. Now look at this picture. There are the 5 diagrams. And the question is, classify the following curves as open or closed. It is very simple, dear student, and easily you can give me the answer. But listen carefully, watch this video carefully, and afterwards you can solve this exercise in your notebook. So, what are the answers? Look at this picture A. This is an open curve. B, it is a closed curve. C, it is an open curve because the beginning point and end points are different. D, it is a closed curve. And E, this is also closed curve. Is it simple? Yes. Now we will start to solve our question second. Draw rough diagrams to illustrate the following: open curve and closed curve. Now, dear students, when you will draw the open curve, just recall the definition of open curve. That is, beginning point and end point should be different. And closed curve, that beginning point and end point is the same. So, dear student, as like this, you can draw open curve and closed curve. Now the question 3. Draw any polygon and shade its interior. Okay, I draw here a polygon. Polygons, that means the quadrilateral which having more sides and more angles. Many sides and many angles. So this is the one of the polygon, and I shade here this interior part. And how I can write the name of this polygon? Polygon A, B, C, D, E, F. Is it easy? Yes, it is very easy and you can solve it very quickly. Now the fourth one, consider the given figure and answer the question. Okay, the first one, is it curved? Yes, it is curved because it changing its direction. And is it closed? Yes, because the end point and the beginning point is the same. So yes, it is closed. Now the question 5, illustrate if possible each one of the following with a rough diagram. A closed curve that is not a polygon, an open curve made entirely of line segments, a polygon with 2 sides. So dear students, we will solve the third one, a polygon with 2 sides. It is very impossible. We cannot draw a polygon with 2 sides because a definition of polygon tells us that they having many sides and many angles. So what we can write the answer. Polygon with 2 sides cannot be drawn. Now we will see how we can draw the closed curve that is not a polygon. So look at here. Polygon, that means they having side, but look at here. These are the curve. It is not a sharp line, and the beginning point and the end point is same. So this is a closed curve that is not a polygon. An open curve made entirely of line segments. It should be a line, but it should not be a polygon, but it should be an open curve. How we can draw? As like this, the alphabet T. Okay, this is an open curve because the beginning point and end point is different. and it is made up of entirely of line segment, but it changes its direction. So this is also one of the type of curve. So as like that, we can solve the exercise 2.4.2. And dear student, this is your homework that you have to solve the exercise 4.2 in your notebook. Till then, have a good day.